For 85 years, Nishnabotna Valley REC has been empowering the lives of our members.
Nishnabotna Valley REC, this is Stephanie. How can I help you?
It's a commitment that started in 1936 with the founding of the cooperative. From those earliest days, we've worked to deliver the safe, reliable, affordable, and sustainable electricity our members depend on. 95-year-old Harold Peters remembers how his life changed when the co-op first brought electricity to his family's farm west of Cooley.
We had chores morning and night, no matter whether it was weekday or Sunday or holiday or whatever. We had to milk cows for sure. Instead of taking 2 or 3 or 4 of us milking, one person did it then. Probably the main thing was the water pump. We had quite a ways down to the windmill. We had to go down and turn the windmill on and off whenever the cistern got full, or when it got low, we'd have to go. Then sometimes the wind didn't blow, and we'd had to take a tractor and put pump jack on and pump the water that way.
I really wish I could go back in time and with my grandparents and be with them the first time they threw the switch, you know. What a fantastic thing for them, you know. I just love to be there and see the expressions on their face, you know, because everybody uses it every day. There's no getting around it, you know. So that would be pretty cool, I think, you know. Just, it's nice to be part of something like that.
Last year, we continued our ongoing efforts to upgrade our distribution system. As part of our 4-year work plan, crews will replace several miles of old line and more than 144 aging power poles, all in an effort to ensure system reliability.
We identify the lines to replace each year just based off of the system reliability of that area. If we have an area where we've got a lot of outages, that is our number one determination for upgrading those lines, and just age and condition of the line, and then also with that we will identify areas that are have a high probability for load growth.
As a co-op, we budget for infrastructure upgrade every year. With technology, Nishnabotna is now able to see what section of the line is having issues from the office. The linemen do not always have to go out and, you know, walk the line, you know, scout the line.
I was a lineman for 27 years. It is a 24/7 commitment to our members. Everybody that works here is subject to come in and work overtime hours any day of the week, just depending on the necessity or the condition of the line. If we have outages, we're taking care of them. We don't let things sit.
It's reassuring to be able to go to sleep at night, maybe during a snowstorm, and you know if you do lose power, those guys are going to be out there as soon as they possibly can and get you going.
Our linemen, yeah, they're viewed as top-notch. I'm confident of that, yes. And they're involved in other things in the community.
I know throughout the county the amount of time that they do on a daily basis, yearly basis, every day of the year, every temperature of the year, every season. I mean, they're on call and they're there. So, and just like I said, when you run out of your power, who are you calling? And it's going to be them, and it could be 10 below and they're going to be there.
At Nishnabotna Valley, we're committed to creating a culture of safety for both our members and our employees. We recently became the first co-op in the state to complete OSHA 10 training, and our employees have successfully worked more than 47,000 hours without an OSHA recordable injury.
Well, it starts with just a commitment overall to safety as a company. It's a core value from our board meetings to our employees. And so we have monthly safety meetings where we're going over safety procedures, training, reinforcement with the whole group of linemen as well as the office employees.
So what keeps me up at night is when the guys are out working, You know, the main goal is to make sure they make it back home, because our employees are our #1 priority. Safety is a team game. It takes everybody to watch out for each other.
They do have a great record. They have monthly meetings, a lot of intense training that they go to keep up on the latest safety equipment and procedures. And they take pride in it. Our guys out in the field are second to none. Safety thought about in every corner of the building.
Working in partnership with our generation and transmission provider, Nishnabotna continues our tradition of innovation.
NIPCO is our power supplier, our G&T, located in Lamar's. They have a load control program, which I'm proud to say Nishnabotna Valley was very instrumental in starting that. NIPCO has 7 cooperatives that's part of them, and then NIPCO is part of Basin Electric, based out of North Dakota. NIPCO has controls in their control center, to shut down different loads, to lower our peak, to lower the overall usage in its service territory. NIPCO has also purchased a battery plant, a battery backup plant. Nishnabotna and all the co-ops in the NIPCO system are part of that. We share in the cost of that, but we also share in the benefits of it.
The 975 kilowatt Tesla Megapack battery storage unit is part of a pilot project designed to help NIPCO and its member co-ops save money by avoiding the purchase of nearly 1 megawatt of power during peak usage times. At Nishnabotna, we've long advocated for an all-of-the-above approach to energy generation. By combining renewable energy resources, such as wind and solar, alongside baseload power generation, including hydroelectric, coal, and natural gas, we can help ensure reliable and affordable service. Last year, we celebrated the success of our net metering program, which hit its final goal, bringing 500 kilowatts of renewable energy onto our lines.
We're at KWF in Griswold, Iowa. We manufacture grain handling equipment, and we also do some custom manufacturing. Currently, we are building, we build grain cleaners, concrete mixers. Those are our 2 standard products that we could do contract for other companies. Just growing up on a farm, I think you're exposed to this kind of, fix, repair type of thing. I actually started welding when I was 6. In the very beginning, we started in a 40 by 40 building. It was my mom's garage. And then we doubled that in 2012, 13. In 2016, we built the building that we're standing in currently. And then 2017, 18, we built the warehouse. And then in 2019, we put on another 4,000 square foot expansion. And then actually this fall, we're putting on another 10,000 square foot. Nishnabotna has always been very good to work with, ever since we started the whole process. I think we have 3 services coming into this building at this point, and we've had to bring 3-phase 2 here. Obviously being in the rural area, they were really good, accommodating to work with, kind of understood what we were looking for and kind of bought into the dream per se of what I was trying to do to build this business.
Nishnabotna Valley is also committed to giving back to our communities.
We're at the Shelby County Fairgrounds in Harlan, Iowa. At that time of year, middle of July, it's fair time, and today's big day. Started bringing all the livestock in and parade. Tonight's the kickoff. Been around it, grew up with it, showed hogs, cattle, brought everything to the fair back in the day when I was a kid. My kids are doing it now. It's just that next generation, and I just hope instill some 4-H FFA values in these kids and families. These fairgrounds, we have a lot of maintenance that sometimes can get neglected, and one of those main things that you take for granted is your power. We started doing an analysis and walking around and doing all of our poles, line poles, light poles. We had to be able to do something sooner than later, and we reached out to REC here in town. What we really wanted to do is replace some poles, trench a few lines for us over some roadways so we didn't have any concerns with truck traffic or anything like that. So they came down and I met with them and put a plan together, and they came down one day, kind of made a volunteer day of it. We're here for basically the whole day and did us a huge, huge favor down here. I mean, and we couldn't have asked for a better partner with them and what they did for us.
While the cooperative remains on a solid financial footing, we haven't been immune to the recent economic challenges.
Inflation is a big, we figure, 2 to 3%. And then when you get a year where you get 8 or 9%, it does throw us a curve. Poles, wire, and transformers, all of them have gone up a little bit faster than what we were hoping for. And we want to still provide some new lines, some new transformers, some new services out there. And of course, vehicles have gone up in price. We have to provide safe and reliable service equipment. We can't just say, let's just hold on to that service truck for 2 or 3 more years. We know that we have to update our equipment, and inflation really hits us there. We still will look at any areas we can to maybe save a few dollars, but we're going to try to keep a good margin every year.
In 2021, the cooperative had a net margin of more than $2.2 million, thanks in part to a decrease in the cost of wholesale power. Purchased power continues to be our biggest expense, accounting for 63% of every dollar spent.
One of the exciting things for me about working at a co-op is that the co-op is focused on the membership and what's best for the membership. If you go back to the 1930s when the co-ops were formed, it was about improving the quality of life for their membership. Yeah, we brought electricity to the farm, but it was really about improving the quality of life and making people's lives better, going from your child studying by candlelight or lantern to having a light to study by. And I think going forward, I hope remains the commitment, that it's a focus on doing the best job for our membership and doing it locally. I think there's an advantage to being able to be local, that our membership knows our board of directors, they know the linemen in the community, they can stop by an office and have a local office. I think that we're 30 years from now, I hope we have that same commitment to caring for the member, improving their quality of life, and doing it on a local basis.
Around this rural area, the evenings when you have had a full day's work, it's quiet. You can hear the birds singing. A few cars go by on the road. Most of them are neighbors. You wave at them. People you know. And you feel safe. I love it here. And I really think if a lot of people that haven't experienced rural Iowa had a chance, there would be quite a few that would love it too.